Well, good day again, folks. Okay, I got this trailer going for a rego inspection tomorrow. I've got my numbers off the government. Whole new regulations in Tasmania. Anyway, took a month or so and had to pay another place $100 because they'd already figured out the system, the government system. Anyway, got all my numbers and got it booked in for inspection tomorrow. And as usual, I'll leave everything till the last minute. And I didn't want to take the shell off the trailer just yet. It's just easier to work on when it's on the trailer. But anyway, so I connected up my lights and they were all working. Like I had taken them off. This was actually the whole rear part of the trailer frame. So I cut that off, welded the bar in. I'm now going to make it bolt on. But anyway, I connected it up. Everything worked except the brake lights. And then I checked it again at the car. Connection at the car was working fine. And and then I thought, okay, so I'd moved this mount for the spare tyre, and I'd forgotten about the wires running through, like they're running into a piece of conduit. And I'd forgotten all about it, but I just went gung-ho, welded it, and later on I thought, well, I hope I didn't melt the conduit and the wires. And then, of course, when it didn't work, that was my immediate thought, is, okay, I've melted the wires. So I pulled all the wiring out, no problem, no melt, no issues. Got up the back here, started unwrapping my connections and whatever, and and I knew that the tail lights were working, so I thought, well, before I unwrap it anymore, because I was thinking the wire might have broken after I soldered it or something. But anyway, so I hooked the brake light wire to the tail light fitting, plugged it in, it worked, no worries. Then I pulled the wire back out and put it back into the brake light fitting where it's supposed to go, and it worked. And I thought, okay, what's going on? Because it didn't work before, and I'd already loosened it and tightened it up again and checked all that and couldn't get it to work, and all of a sudden it's working. So, upon further investigation, I found the problem, and this is just crap. This is what happens when everything you buy comes from freaking China. Now you'd think, they can make these out of brass, but no, they're made of steel. You got a fucking crappy thin layer of chrome on them, and look at the rust in them. These are only like 6 months old. I bought these new 6 months ago. This connection, that's just pathetic in 6 months. Anyway, I thought about, how do I clean the rust out of it? And you can do that, but there's no real way of stopping it rusting again without insulating against the connection. There's no way of stopping the rust and keeping a good connection. So what I've decided to do, you see there's one missing, that's the brake one. Started with the brake one, I got to all of them. All the ones that I'm using anyway. So there's 2 on here that I don't use. But so what I'm going to do, I've got it in the vise here, and I'll probably have to use a torch actually. I doubt my soldering iron's actually going to put enough heat in it to do it. But you see I've got it pushed into a bit of sheet metal, because if you just clamp that in the vise is just going to suck all the heat out of it. You're going to have a hard time getting it hot enough. So I've got some soldering fluid, I got a brush, so I'm going to put some fluid in there, heat it till it sizzles, and then put some more fluid in there while it's hot, clean it all out, and I'm going to solder the wire and the screw and everything into it. The only issue with that is that, yeah, like when you take the screw out, you can just pull them out the back. But once you get the wires in, you can't put. You've got to come back in from this side once you've got wires soldered in. So, but yeah, fortunately this is a two-piece. So yeah, I'm able to pull the piece out, which will allow me to feed them back in. So yeah, the other thing I had done, like even if you haven't, if your connection's not rusty, and I've only just done this. I should have done it previously. I know that I really need to do these. Let's get around where you can see it. We'll put it in the light. Does that work? Not really. Yeah. Solder all your tips before you put them into your trailer coupling or your trailer connector. Yeah, because otherwise, like, you screw the screws down on them, and especially get that little bit of vibration movement, and it ends up breaking the wires off and chewing them up, and they don't make a very good connection to begin with. You know, the wire can actually slip up around the side of the screw, pull out, or, you know, not make contact. So yeah, that's something you really should do anyway. Yeah, solder all your tips. So anyway, so what I'm about to do now, I'll get some flux in there and get the rust out of it, get some solder in there, make sure the solder's fully contacting the surface on the inside. So even about steel, you can solder to steel, you need a fair bit of flux. Like the flux that's in your solder wire isn't enough. You have to have a separate flux, and you have to flux clean it first before you try and solder the wire in. Anyway, leave it at that. I'm not gonna I could. Yeah. I tend to keep me. Prefer to keep my video short, but no, there's not much to see. No, I can't bother with that. Okay, so yeah, anyway, so I'll get the torch. I'll get the torch on that and just flux clean it, solder the wire in, you know. So if you've never done that before and you want to see somebody showing you how to solder, well, should be plenty of videos on that. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.